if you want to succeed using these techniques, you have to understand your clients. There's no two way about it. You've got to know what they want, and you have to be able to give it to them. And that really is the key here to succeed. So what you have to do is work out what these clients want, work out who they are, how you can benefit their business, how the internet can benefit their business. There's no point you going in going, hey, you've got to buy QR codes, they're going to be brilliant for you, if they're not. You know, if there's a company that has no use for QR codes, what's the point? Go in with something that they can use that will benefit their business and help them to produce more leads and more income. And I guarantee if you can do that, they will love you. You know, don't try and sell them everything all at once. Just sell them one service. Look at their website, look at their needs, talk to them, understand what they want, and make the first sale. Once you've sold one thing and you've delivered it nicely and well and professionally, guess what? They'll buy again. So get them through the door and then sell more. That's our mantra. So sell them one service. Work out what they need the most. What will give them the biggest bang for their buck, if you like. You know, that's what you need to do up front. Sell them something that's going to really make a big difference in their business. And, you know, once you sold them that and you made this big difference, guess what? They'll be eating out of your hands, quite literally. As you become a bit more successful with this, then you'll be able to hire a salesperson. So what you can do is you can, hire somebody to do the selling for you, pay them a commission. There could be a commission on your salesperson, and outsource the rest of the work. Very, very powerful way of doing it, because it frees up your time. You can, instead of being the business, you can start to run the business and really concentrate on getting results, dealing with your customers, and so on and so forth. And it's a nice way of doing it, because instead of you pounding the streets and constantly trying to sell, you've got other people doing all that for you, while you just sit back, relax, and enjoy. But the thing you have to do is track your work and outsource as closely, and I think this is where a lot of people forget, and they fail at this because they don't track what they're doing, they don't track their outsourcers, and in the end everything gets a little bit confused, a little bit murky, and before they know it, you've got unhappy clients, and that's the last thing that you need. It really, really is. So track everything and make sure you keep a close eye on it, and if you can do that, you'll find it a lot better. So you've got to be able to make sure you can deliver on time, deliver the right things, show you understand them, and so on. You really have to be organized, and particularly when you get multiple clients. Having one or two clients, not so much of a problem. More than that, get yourself a diary, a calendar, a whiteboard, whatever you need to get yourself organized and with it, because you do not want to be annoying your clients by being late, by being missing meetings, missing phone calls, and so on. So when you tell them you'll deliver on a certain date, make sure you do, because if you don't, they're going to get annoyed and you're going to lose the trust with them. What I tend to do with this is I build in a contingency. So if I go to them and they say we want something done, and I say, right, I know it's going to take me 2 days, I would say, well, it's going to take me 4 days. I'd rather deliver it early rather than late. So if I say 2 days, there's probably my outsourcer, he's sick for a day, I've got a problem. But if I say 2 days, and if I say 4 days, and then I deliver it on day 3, I've delivered it a day early, and guess what? They'll be over the moon. So, little techniques like that work very, very well. If you've ever watched Star Trek, you'll know it worked well for Scotty. So it works well in any business. It really, really does. And the key is, don't sell anything you can't deliver. Now, the temptation is to go into a client and they say, well, we want this, and you go, yeah, sure, and then walk away thinking, what? I have no idea. Make sure that you know what it is and you know where to hire somebody to do it if you can't do it yourself. Those are the important things to do. And I've seen this time and time again in sort of my years as a salesperson, as a technical consultant. I worked a lot with salespeople. They would go into companies and the company would want all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. The salesperson would just nod and smile and go, yeah, sure, we can do that, because they were getting the commission. As soon as they made the sale, they threw it over this bamboo wall, to us poor technical people, and we had to deliver it. So, you know, after a while they worked out, and we were sent to keep the salespeople's company to make sure that they sold things that we could actually do. You know, so make sure you can actually deliver what you're promising you can do. Once you sort of get a hang of this, you'll find that you keep your clients happy. They would rather you say, no, sorry, I can't do that, than you try and, you know, end up not delivering. And it's better for you as well, because you're keeping that relationship, that trust, and you're not going to lose them as a client, which obviously you don't want to do. But one thing you can do as well, and remember this, is even if they turn you down, keep in touch with them. Keep sending them newsletters, information, you know, and gently marketing to them. Not the hard sell, not, you know, arm twisted behind the back going, buy now, buy now. But give them the gentle sell, educate them, and so on and so forth. So, you know, just keep in touch with them, because, as I said to you so many times throughout this course, they might not buy today, but tomorrow, perhaps they will. So keep in touch with them. Keep them up to date with the latest developments, the latest legislation, things that would affect their business, and show them how they can use all of these to make their business better. You know, if there's a new anti-spam law coming in and they use email marketing, make sure they're aware of it, and make sure they're aware of the impact of their business and what they need to do, through you of course, to mitigate against that risk. You know, and so on and so forth. And again, this is a way to sell to them, because you're not selling, you're educating. And if you tell them that, you know, this great new technique's out, it can boost your website's lead generation by 70%, they'll be interested. You know, so keep your eyes open for opportunities to help the business, and tell them about it. So if you see, you know, if you see something and you think, oh, that'd be really good for them, tell them about it, educate them, and tell them how it's going to help them. And sell it, because of course they'll be interested in buying from you. But there's plenty of scope here for you for charging. You know, you don't have to charge just one-off fees. You don't say, right, well, that's $1,000 for your website, see you later. You know, you do, well, that's $1,000 for your website, and then $200 a month or whatever it might be for this, that, and the other. You know, you can charge monthly retainers. You may say, right, well, okay, I'll handle all of your SEO, your email campaigns, and your Facebook campaigns. It will be, you know, $400 a month or whatever it might be. So, you know, there's a lot of different opportunities here for you to charge either recurring income or one-offs. But at the end of the day, the small companies want one thing and one thing only. They want results. And if you can give them results, then they will really, really, you know, look after you. They'll help you, they'll take care of you, and they'll keep giving you work. And as I said, I've worked as a consultant in some huge companies, you know, some Fortune 500 companies, some of the biggest companies in the world. And, you know, if you deliver results, they keep coming back, basically. It's not all about price, a lot of it's about results. Companies would rather pay that a little bit more and get the results, rather than skimp on paying for something and then, you know, losing out long term. But if you can give them definite results and track these so that you can really demonstrate how you have helped them, then you will find that it's going to benefit you a lot. Because if you're saying to them each month, well, yes, see, what we've done is this month your sales are up by 32% because of this technique we implemented last month, then guess what? They're going to be over the moon with you. And because you can give them those exact figures and quantify it for them, they are going to be much happier about paying your bill, because they know that, yeah, you know, you're $1,000 that month, but they've made an extra $30,000. So guess what? They'll happily pay you that money. But you've got to make sure you give them the results. If you cannot deliver, then watch out, because they won't keep you on. But if you do deliver, and you deliver consistently, you'll get good results. Now, the detailed and regular reports have a few benefits, and one of the main ones, as far as I'm personally concerned, is it allows me to keep in touch with my clients. You know, it's what a great way of keeping in touch with them, seeing how they're doing, and so on. You know, every month I send them a report on what I've done, results, where the website's ranking, sales increases, leads increases, etc., etc. And guess what? At the same time, I'm sending them information about other things that could help boost their business. And funnily enough, they quite like to buy it. I know it's crazy. A lot of people will go, you must be mad, but you know what? It works. It's very, very good, because then you're not getting in touch with them every month to sell them something. You're giving them results that are good for their business. And I think that's really, really important. You know, you're providing detailed and regular reports, and all of that is going to help them to do better and enjoy your services that little bit more. Keep your focus on helping your clients, and if you can do that, then what you're going to find is they're going to really, really look after you. You know, your focus is on helping them, not on their wallets. Then they'll appreciate that, and they'll show that in appreciation in form of giving you work. Look out for them, and they'll keep paying you. Now, mobile marketing has a huge amount of scope. It really, really does. There's a lot of things you can do here, more so than perhaps we've even started to cover here. It's a massive potential, and smartphones are becoming more and more popular. More people are buying them pretty much every day. You know, thousands and thousands of these things are selling, and they're only going to get more important as the big companies push them even more. So there's a lot of scope here for you to make some money. It's still relatively new technology. A lot of the things here we've talked about are only just starting to enter the mainstream. So, you know, you're going to find that a lot of companies aren't using these. And when you go to the small companies and you say, hey, look, I've got this great idea, or I've just discovered this, then, you know, for many of them, it's going to be rocket science, and it's going to be amazing, and they're going to love you. Because you've got to remember, a lot of these companies can't afford someone in-house to do all this. You know, your big companies, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, etc., etc., they've got people in the company that can do all this. These smaller companies don't. They may have heard the QR codes and think they're brilliant. How do we do it? We don't know. And they haven't got anyone with the time to actually do it. So it can be very, very difficult for them to do it, which is why people like you are so important to them. So, you know, you've got all the information now. It's time for you to go out, take some action, and start selling these services to your local companies, and you'll be shocked by the results that you can get from it. There's massive potential out there. It's a huge marketplace, and you can start pocketing cash so much quicker than you could think when you start using these fantastic mobile marketing methods.